Hello guys, Arsenal have won on the road again at Newcastle by 2-1. Look, that in itself, that sentence alone has got me feeling pretty good. Arsenal won again on the road. 2 consecutive away wins, which I don't think we managed in the entirety of last season. 3 wins on the bounce now. And it wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch, but the result is a good one. And I think that's the main thing to take away. I think you've got to be pleased we're in a run of games where the fixture list has been quite kind, which are quite winnable. It's all about accumulating points. We are still learning as we go. Emery is still learning as he goes. The players are learning as they go. But if we can pick up results along the way, it's going to be better for everybody. So to begin at the beginning, he sprung kind of a surprise in some ways with his starting lineup. A lot of people thought Torreira would start. He didn't. Guendouzi again. I don't know if we should be surprised by that. We keep trying to anticipate what he's going to do, and I think what we're learning is that, by the time Arsene left, plenty of us had become quite attuned to the way he did things, and we were able to anticipate. With Emery, we don't. We don't know what he's going to do. But sticking with a winning team at Cardiff wasn't, a disastrous decision by any stretch. But the first half was quite poor. Defensively, we had some moments of sloppiness. I'm thinking of Cech passing the ball behind for a corner. I'm thinking of Mustafi falling over completely inexplicably. There were 1 or 2 moments where Hector Bellerin looked isolated at the back post and had to defend very well. And going forward, we really didn't have anything. This formation, I think it is becoming a bit of a 4-2-2-2. 2 holding midfielders, 2 more attacking midfielders, and then kind of 2 strikers, although Aubameyang is really playing from the left-hand side. But that midfield 4 or 3, whatever you want to call it, just weren't functioning in the first half. There were a couple of good moments where Lacazette and Ramsey linked well. That almost led to opportunities, but in both cases it would have been Aubameyang on the end of it, actually. But we couldn't get control of the game. Despite Lacazette's best efforts, he really was trying to give us a foothold up front. I thought he was excellent, worked hard, very combative, very physical. But in the second half, a change was made, and Emery's making these half-time changes. Is he a genius, or is he an idiot for not playing that team from the start? In the case of Torreira, I think we've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's adapting to the Premier League. Serie A is genuinely a very, very different league. I know there's been a sort of conflation of, the European leagues are all the same. I think Serie A, the pace is considerably slower from what I see of it. And also he picked up a calf problem with Uruguay while he was away, so who knows, it might even have been planned for him to come on at half-time. Nonetheless, he came on and the impact was sort of instant. Granit Xhaka stayed on the pitch. It struck me today that one of the reasons Xhaka is in the team, we talk about his distribution a lot, I think his aerial ability is a factor as well. Newcastle had so many corners in the first half, and it was Xhaka who got his head to a couple of them. You've got to bear in mind, he's as tall as our centre-halves, and he's a lot taller than Torreira. And I do wonder if that's a factor in Emery's decision-making at times. But it wasn't his head, it was his left foot that broke the deadlock. Brilliant free kick from range. I saw a YouTube video the other day of Arsenal players taking free kicks. Xhaka looked impressive. Mkhitaryan looked impressive too, but we're yet to see it in the first team. And the second goal was at the end of a lovely flowing move. Eventually, I think it was Xhaka again, got down the left, pulled it back, and Ozil, a very, very neat finish. The ball was sort of under his feet, didn't really have any time, but just planted it neatly into the far corner. And we were in control of the game, to be honest. Clark got one back late on, the centre-half went up, they overloaded, and we were outnumbered, and we were maybe a little bit guilty of sort of looking for a third on the break, when maybe we could have concentrated on keeping a first clean sheet. The defenders will be disappointed there. Speaking of the defenders, I thought Socrates had his best Arsenal game today. He showed some recovery pace at times, showed that he's got that in his locker, some aggression. I've been very lukewarm on him until now. I liked him today. I thought he was good at St James's Park. Anyway, another Premier League win. Europa League campaign starts this week, so we should see a bit of rotation there. Just finally, a word for Reiss Nelson, who scored 14 minutes after coming on as a sub, his first senior goal on his Bundesliga debut. So congratulations to him. 3 points for the Arsenal. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.